So this panel is all about winning clients, and I think we have some great people up here that can speak to it at all perspectives, at all points. So should I skip you, Jeff? I'm just kidding. I always give you crap. We go back 10 years, so I can do this. I will start with you, Jeff. 10 years of crap? That's not nice. So let's talk about winning clients. How do you win clients using AI?
Winning clients. Okay, wow, this is an easy one, actually, because it's never been easier to do work with AI.
True.
So, like, back in the day when I was, a broke entrepreneur and I didn't have 150 people working for me, I would have to try to win clients, right? And to do so, I would literally do work for them for free to try to win business. Anyone ever try to work for someone for free to win their business? Yeah, that's the way. This is the way. So now with AI, you can do so much more. I actually, funny enough, I'm going to use Jerry. I'm going to use Jerry Chen as an example. This dude, he owns a SEO company. I know we made a custom GPT together, so I'm going to share this story. So one of the ways that Jerry, he's a very smart guy, by the way, NASA scientist, all sorts of cool stuff. Yeah. But one of the ways he uses his brain to win new clients, he has a SEO agency. And any SEO agencies in here? Curious. I saw there's like a couple. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So, Jerry, is it okay if I tell him the secret or no? Okay. Now you guys are going to do the same report. Yeah, okay. He's going to make a better one. Don't worry. So what he's doing, he's able to basically take somebody's website and he's building out basically a custom GPT that's able to analyze their website. It basically says, hey, it basically builds a proposal, like a strategy saying, hey, my name's Jerry, and I was checking out your website, and it looks like there's a couple things I'd like to improve on the website, like this, and he's actually giving them actionable things that they can do to change the website and get results before even working with him. So he says There's a lot of different things that we could do together. Book a strategy call. Boom. Right? So I think a way that you can win clients is to literally just show them the work you can do by providing value first. Another thing that I do, because I do a lot of speaking, is I have something called the it's the lead magnet copy generator. How many of you guys have a lead magnet for your business? Yeah, most of you, right? But most of the landing page copy sucks on those. Most people that make lead magnets are not great copywriters. So I created a lead magnet that I flash a QR code up when I'm speaking at events, and I say, hey, who has a lead magnet? Everybody raise their hand, and I'll usually pick on somebody, right? I'm like, what's a lead magnet you got, Julia?
Oh, I just did a new one with 25 case studies of ranking well with Rankwell by Consonant Scale.
Wow. A 25 case study. So there's 25 different case studies. So I'm like, okay, so check this out, guys. And I put the QR code up on the screen, and I'm using, who's here heard of FormWise? Yeah? FormWise is a seriously cool tool. So basically, and it's a lead generation tool too. So I have a website where they basically fill out a form, what the name of their lead magnet is, what the result of their lead magnet is, and then they type in their name and they write in their statement of value, which is basically, I do X for Y. So for you, it's like, I help business owners market. What's your statement of value? What would you say?
I would say we help people, humans, that want to exponentially grow their content with AI.
Boom. Right? Through the power of blogs or whatever, right? So then it asks those 4 questions, and then it will automatically write an entire landing page in my writing style for them. Bold headline, subtext. It'll have 4 bullet points of what they're going to get by downloading the case study. And then it's going to put the creator of this lead magnet and write a customized bio based on the lead magnet and how it adds value to them. And I give it to them for free, right? And it costs me like 10 cents of, not even, maybe like 2 cents of ChatGPT API. So it's never been easier to win clients right now because you can actually add value to them right away. And I'll end with this. The days of the old school lead magnet are over. You can, snap. You can actually, instead of giving somebody a training that they have to watch, nobody wants to watch. instead of a guide that gives them homework to do. Okay, I'm going to give you a pass because I think case studies are actually really good so that people can actually see how other people are using the technology.
I mean, ours are.
But guides, lead the trainings, the downloads, like the checklist. Dude, the checklist is done. I'm going to give you an AI to do everything on that checklist.
Ooh.
So use AI to your power. Hell, use content at scale to write a blog for a site.
Yeah.
And say, hey, I wrote this blog for your website. I'd like to talk more. I can do more blogs for you. Boom. There it is.
Oh, love it. Oh,
I'm going to drop the mic for you. No, and I clap because we've seen the downward trend of the opt-in lead magnet, for the last couple of years. And then it's just less exciting, man. It's like another checklist, another summer, springtime guide, And so there's a standout ability that I think that you're talking about and what people really want. So I think that's really good. To go back to the question about how do we make money, there's so many ways. And what I love about this particular event is that we're kind of moving from theory to tactical. So I'd love to do a quick survey. Like, how many of you guys are SaaS? We got a couple SaaS. How many of you guys are service providers? Okay, good. Do we have anything else? I did products, community, e-com. How many of you guys are e-com? Okay, there's a little bit of that, a little bit of products. Okay, so getting really tactical. I'm big on what you can do, but what are you going to do next week? Right? That's where I want to stay focused. Our company is at our core, like I'm a YouTube consultant. I help people on YouTube. But really, we're like a sales organization. Our product is a YouTube. You guys are with me on that, right? Like we're all about making sales. So what we're really excited about right now is using AI through like HeyGen and these voice simulators to do SEO ranking shorts. This is a winning strategy right now. You go get 100 top questions to your industry. You get the answers to them. You put them through HeyGen, and you've got this product that no one can take away from you, right? Like, I talk about this a lot. You're using all these softwares, and then the algorithm changes, or they make a rule, and you lose all of it. With the videos, you own them. And even if you get, let's say, 10,000 views, you make 15,000 in sales, and then they take the video down for some AI rule, you still got the views and the sales. So I really am, I want to own my content, and I want to do what's going to work right now, knowing that things in the future are going to change a little bit. I don't really know how I could make all these projections, but I don't know how they're going to change. So I want to just, what are the gains I can make right now? So YouTube Shorts, SEO-based, that you're having a computer run, like this, I believe, is a winning strategy. I don't think it's going to win for very long, so I would take advantage of that right now.
Awesome stuff. Oh, and you got really practical there. Love it. Stephanie, let's start with an introduction because you are new on this stage, but you're not new at what you're doing. So tell us a little bit about what you do.
So I own a company called Sizzleforce Marketing. We're an AI-powered, HI-perfected marketing agency.
Ooh,
so thank you
what a
very
great
much. I came up
tagline.
with that. We took a hard right turn 15 months ago. We went from, I've had the company since 2009, and 15 months ago made a big decision to go all in on AI, all the things. And actually, 13 days short of 1 year ago, so it's March 26th of last year, I sent a Facebook message to Jeff, and I said, I want to know about this certification thing that you're doing. And that my 1 year anniversary will be in 13 days. So, yeah.
Ooh. So you fully pivoted and went to AI, and now you're consulting in it, you're selling services. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so we're actually selling AI-related services in 4 different ways. So the first way that we do it is we sell persona sessions, which honestly learned how to do through Jeff. Also, Mark DeGrasse, I don't know where you are, but I took a course that Mark taught a year ago in February, And between the two of those, so we sell these AI persona sessions. That's the first thing, and usually the entry level. We also have a course that we sell that allows people to learn how to write all of the elements of a funnel in less than 3 hours using AI. Okay, so we have that. We also have a new product that we're getting ready to launch later this summer, and it's called AI CMO. And we are teaching people how to become an AI-powered CMO and run their entire CMO business using AI.
Amazing. Wow. Very good. Talk about innovation and adaptation. You've done it with so much thought, which I really love. It's not like a quick, oh, let's just sell an AI service. There's a lot of thought. And you went and bought courses and invested in yourself and learned, which I think is really critical to doing this successfully. So what are some ways?
And speaking too. Speaking has been another huge
I passed you some of the gigs I couldn't do, and I hear you rocked them.
Yeah, speaking has been amazing. If you guys are looking for a way to launch and get some visibility, speaking by far, hands down, has been the best thing that I have done to grow this division of my company.
And the thing is, speaking about AI right now is so easy because remember what I said, the adoption rate is so low. So like, even if you go and speak for free, like this is one of the things that, you know, it's mind-boggling how many people, like, believe it or not, I get teary-eyed. You guys don't know this, but I'm a huge introvert, actually. Like, I hate being on stage. You probably wouldn't know that. You'd think like, wow, this Jeff, he's a natural, you know, like, I get really nervous when I come up here and I hate it. But I know it's important for my brand, and I also want to support you. You know I love you. But like right now, it's just so easy because the adoption rate is so low in AI that like you don't even have to. I mean, I remember when Stephanie's underselling herself, by the way. She's very smart. She has a huge heart, and she's really good at marketing. But she came to me with a really big dilemma, which was she was doing her marketing. She went all in marketing pet services, which was getting destroyed by Amazon, right? So she's like, Jeff, my business dried up. I don't know what to do, right? So like, it's very easy for any of you guys to like literally just start marketing yourself with AI, and so many people need your help.
Well said. And I agree. You are underselling yourself. You're amazing.
All right, everyone can hire me. Go ahead. Take credit card. Throw them up here.
Throw your credit cards. I love it. So what are some ways that you would tell agency owners changing or people that want to consult in AI? What are some ways they could win clients using AI?
Okay, so I'm going to go back to speaking, right? Now, if you don't consider yourself a speaker, that's okay, because there's a lot of different ways that you can speak to win clients, okay? Speaking doesn't have to mean that you're on a stage in front of 100 people or 5,000 people or 100,000 people. That's not what it has to mean. That's one version of speaking. Another version of speaking is doing webinars, right? Another version of speaking is doing pre-recorded webinars where you literally have nobody watching you. You're just sharing your expertise, and then it's being published and shared later, right? So I know a lot of people are like, I'm never going to speak. I'm not a speaker. I don't want to speak, right? But there's so many different ways to do it that don't require you to, overcome that fear of public speaking if that's something you have.
I love what you just said, especially for the service-based people and the SEO people. Like it makes sense for you guys to be the AI navigators and the AI teachers. I just don't think you should do free webinars. I think you should charge like $17 or $37. Like we charge $1,000 for what used to be our free conversion webinar. We spiced it up, but people will pay for this. They may not pay for it the moment they see it, right? It's like, oh, we'll do this free webinar and we'll teach them about AI and we'll bring them into a program. You could do that. I think you should charge $37 for this webinar. They paid to come in and you covered your costs and you've trained them to pull money out when they talk to you. So now you got a higher quality client in the webinar, but the webinar itself is generating revenue for your company. So just based on that same like free lead magnet offer, when you hear webinar, a lot of us think free webinar. I think you guys should charge for it and consider if there's a role for you as the AI teacher in your space.
Yeah, another thing too, when it comes to offering those things, I know a lot of people, and you guys probably do as well, but people that run their own masterminds, right? Or coaches that are in a particular niche, they're always looking for experts, right? So, I have a client of mine who started the National Retail Bridal Association. Who knew that existed, right? Okay, there are thousands of retail bridal store owners, and guess what? They all want to know how they can use AI to simplify everything, enhance their productivity, grow their sales, all this stuff. So I actually did do a free webinar for her, but during the webinar, I pitched my persona sessions, right? That webinar in and of itself generated over $15,000 in sales.
Good job, Stephanie.
And here's the other fun thing. They've since invited me to come back. It'll be in a couple of weeks, actually. I'm going to do another talk for them, but this time they're paying me 5 figures to do it. So
Amazing.
I love it. I love it. And when I talk about charge for your webinars, do what works, right? I think you've got a lot of talent and skill as a closer, and I worry about like someone just starting into webinars. That's why I say put the money up front. But like, you knew what you were doing. You have a free webinar to persona model. I love it. Who can argue with that? Find what works for you. Because I don't want to turn it into a free webinar versus a paid webinar argument. Gather people around the topic of AI as if you're the expert. And here's the thing. You don't have to know anything. None of us know anything about AI. Everything we're talking about could be completely obsolete in 12 months, right? So move forward now. Hey, I will teach you everything I know right now for $97 a person. So anyway, I love what you're doing. I think it takes a lot of talent to close on a webinar.
Great point, Owen. Because it's like you need to go into this seeing it from the right perspective and how am I going to use this? What are my goals? And another income stream I would add to that is you can be an affiliate for these AI tools. So you are for Content at Scale. That's a whole other income stream where it's like, yeah, Jeff just got his check from Content at Scale.
I just got paid by this guy right here, my affiliate commish, and I love it. Every month I get a couple $100, and it adds up. It paid for dinner last night.
it feels like free money. I don't know about you guys, but whenever I get money from affiliate commissions, I'm always like, because I'll almost forget that I've done it because I only share about things that I really believe in and that I really trust and I've personally have vetted, okay? When I do that, then I share it, and then I honestly forget that I shared it because it was so natural in the conversation. And then all of a sudden I get this little message that says, oh, you just got $300. You just got $900. And I'm like, oh, it's like winning the lottery.
All right, since we're on webinars, and like I really do hate speaking from stage, I'll tell you a little strategy if you guys can use, okay? First off, I love his idea of doing the paid webinar, okay? Doing the paid webinar is great, but another thing is too, I also love the free webinar. And again, it depends on your ability to close. Like, even though I hate doing it, I know that I'm really good at closing. Like, I know that I can come to an event, and by the way, there's 3 ways you can monetize the speaking gigs. 1, you can charge up front, like he said. Number 2 is, like what she just said, you can actually get paid to do it. Well, there's 4 ways. You can get paid to do it. The third way would be to just have affiliate links inside, right, with valuable tools. Like I talked about Magi earlier, I would drop up the Magi link. I would talk about FormWise, I put the FormWise up there. We'll talk about Content at Scale, we put the Content at Scale link in there. I'm like, yeah. And I always I think yesterday the theme was demonstration. Like, if you demo the stuff, people learn and they're like, oh, that's really great, I want to try it out, right? So build an affiliate link list, and I actually reach out to all the affiliates. Like, obviously, when I found Julia was here, I was like, dude, we got to talk, right? So, like, even we worked, I don't want to get anybody in trouble, but, like, we worked out a little special deal for my people, right? Like, reach out to these companies and say, hey, look, I have a special crowd. I have 300 people in my program that would love to use your tool. Can we work out a deal, right? So, like, get these deals. And the last thing I'll tell you is, and this is a secret that a lot of people don't know about, there are companies and people that have gigantic lists of people. Gigantic lists of people, okay? And they don't have a way to monetize them. They have gigantic lists of people. I have bought Facebook groups from people. I have bought email lists from people. And there's even live events that we'll have. Like, I just came back from Las Vegas literally 4 days ago at Marshall Silver, who's like a top tier hypnotist guy, and he's amazing. He teaches people how to do sales. He works with people like Jordan Belfort, if you guys know the Wolf on Wall Street, all that kind of stuff. And I was the closer for that event, and there was only 35 people in the audience, and I was able to sell 19 people into my program from the stage, and we do a revenue split. So whatever the price was, 50-50 minus the processing fees. So I walked out of there with 20 grand, right, basically? So like, there's so many different ways to monetize the information, but the thing is, you have to learn the information and you have to put in the work to plan it out. And the crazy part is, with all these different tools that we have now, ChatGPT, Claude, I remember some of the ones that they were speaking about earlier that helped make the Jordash. I don't know where Jordash is, but he was talking about how he's using, what was the tools that you used to make the presentations you were talking about? All of them. There you go. So just the goal is just make something to sell. Make something to sell and get in front of the audience.
Well said. Well said. Well, I'd like to move to you, Chris. My question for you is a little different. Stephanie, you want to hand him the mic? Oh, he's got one. Never mind. We're good. Oh. I feel like I've drank a lot. I'm just tired and hot and sweaty.
AI.
AI.
Another shot.
True. AI. So my question for you is a little different because you're actually selling AI in your service where a lot of people would expect a human level of service. But like you shared earlier, there's been no resistance. It's been fully accepted, embraced, which I think is amazing. So maybe you don't use AI necessarily to sell a client, but maybe you're using it in your services. So how could you win either way? You can speak to both.
So money, that's what matters, right? And at the end of the day,
Money.
when we're using AI and we're building case studies, and when someone asks us, why choose you over another agency? Well, I can show them the way we use AI makes our customers this much money, because when they rank at the top of Google and their average service or product, it costs X amount, it's so easy to show them the math. And we'll be on a Zoom meeting, and I'll be, all right, go pull up Google in an incognito window, search this term. All right, boom. Look in Ahrefs or SEMrush, yeah, they're getting 20,000 visits a month to their site or to these specific pages that are generating this millions of dollars from the content that we generated with AI, and including content at scale. And so when you make it about money from the results that the AI can do, it's really easy to sell. It's a no-brainer. And on top of that, we use AI to create a lot of content for ourselves, for our blogs, service pages, and now we're getting a lot of hundreds to thousands of our own pages on direction.com to rank in Google, driving leads. We're getting, ever since we started really pushing out a new content strategy using a lot of AI, we're getting 20 to 30, what is it, Michael, like 20, 30 leads a week? Inbound SEO leads who want SEO services. And this is, when we ask, hey, how'd you find us? Oh, that blog or oh, that page. Yeah, that was done with AI. We can do the same for you. So using your own results with AI, it's the easiest sell. But also when you tie numbers to it and show them how much money can be made, it's, using data, using numbers, all from using AI. It just makes it so easy to sell.
Yes, I love being the walking proof of what you sell. I mean, I've done that for 10 years. Like when I had a content agency, it was through my writing that I sold my writing. So now it's selling AI content through AI content. And it's interesting because you and I, we're not suffering because of the Google penalty last Tuesday, which is affecting 40% of the entire web. So we're doing it right. And in that update, Google says if it's spammy content that they can detect as AI, it can get wiped off the web. And here we are using AI to generate content not even hit by that update. So you can generate content, and a theme here has been to be the AI optimizer, the AI operator, to tweak that content to get it to the finish line. But that went from months, weeks, hours to 10 minutes sometimes. So the time and the cost savings.
I want to go a little off track here about the about AI content being penalized. I'll put it this way. Google has always been out for companies putting out bad content.
True.
They're saying the term AI content, but what they really mean is bad content. Sure, maybe they're saying AI, or people are saying, oh my gosh, don't use AI because you can get penalized by Google. Well, guess what? You can get penalized by Google by writing bad content. Like in general,
True
that's what
story.
Google's been cracking down on for years. You know, content spinners, hiring people in other countries to write your English blog post for you, and then you wonder why you're getting deranked or for any reason. It's like, come on. It's not about AI, you using AI content that Google cares about. Is that Google's like, oh gosh, now people are using AI to create bad content. So just stop creating bad content. Like that, you're not gonna have to worry about a Google penalty ever. If you're creating great content, if you're generating it with AI, with the right prompts, it can significantly outperform a lot of writers. And Google can have no clue if an AI writer or not. Sure, there's like little things like maybe AI uses specific words over others. Well, guess what? You can use prompts to say specifically, don't use these words. Or build a GPT bot that knows never to use specific words that AI tends to use. So there's ways around it. You can really create amazing content. Don't buy into the fear of Google hating you for using AI. It's just not. Google cracks down on bad content. That's it.
Exactly. So humans are the problem, not the AI.
Yeah, I feel like more sites have probably been taken down for bad human-written content than AI content historically.
Yeah. Alex, I know you have a lot of things to add to the SEO content conversation, especially wins and winning clients using AI-driven SEO content. So speak to that however you want. How are you doing it? What are you seeing?
So originally, so I used to work for dentalplans.com, and then I've done audits for like JBL, Finish Line, their parent company, JD Sports. And doing those audits, I learned a lot in the past before AI to how to create structures for SEO that are beneficial to both small websites and large websites. And what I found is, even before AI, creating this resource center that's rich with information that allows you to double down on your niche and your service offerings gives you huge leverage. So that was before. And then now you incorporate AI, things like Content at Scale, Claude, Bard, whatever you're using. If you have this structure and you build your GPTs, you could actually leverage this AI to create massive resource centers with a ton of content. But now, when you think about content, I like to think about it in 3 ways. So create an article, make a 2-minute video about that article, like Cliff Notes video, and then take that video, use something like Opus, clip that into little shorts. So now you're just creating additional entry points, add an image to your website as well. Make sure your image file name, your alt tags, things like that, the accessibility items are there. So now you're literally targeting text, video, and images. So if you don't show up for text immediately on the first page, your image might be there. Your YouTube video might be there. So you're just creating these additional entry points. And if you think about it like that, and then you think about it from the resource center perspective on what you offer and how you're trying to help people, you'll get a lot of visibility very quickly because you're leveraging all platforms, especially YouTube, that it's the second largest search engine in the world. So that's what I would do.
Awesome tips. Owen, he said YouTube. Anything you'd like to add to that?
Yeah, you know, it's I love everything that's being said up here. Nothing's wrong, right? But you have to, like, it's all on the assumption that the video worked to convert someone to revenue, or the blog post worked to convert, like they found it, but they still got to convert it and get their cards out. Whereas every service-based person here could do a workshop next week where you teach people how to do AI, and you don't have to know anything. Nothing has to work. You just show up and you run them through ChatGPT for an hour in a structured way, right? It's not just like we're going to play around, but it's like, hey, session 1, this is what we did. We did a workshop. It's $1,000, and how to do videos with AI. And we went through our normal workshop thing, but we added an AI component to it. So we showed them, this is how you get 125 titles. Now everybody go get your titles. So half an hour, they're just doing their own thing, and I was paid for that. Nothing had to work. I guess I had to sell them into the workshop. But I'll tell you this, adding AI into workshop. Hey, we already have this thing that we do, right? Well, this one's a AI workshop. Oh, take my money, you know? So there's like, what can I do to generate sales through a traditional funnel? But there's also like, what could I do to just take people's money right now today? Nothing has to work. And maybe that's just the portion I want to throw in there, right? Is like the SEO stuff will work for now. Do that now. Make the money now. Invest that time into an AI operator. Now you've got a system making money over here, financing your AI operator, which you're investing into, and she or he is learning all these additional tools and stuff, aren't taking up any more of your time. So I love to see us get scrappy and make sales. And some of these things that you do, you kind of have to wait for them to mature a little bit and hope that they work. And maybe you guys have a little bit of a different opinion on the efficacy of the AI
right
blog.
now, what I'm finding is for business owners who have a business or just started a business, don't have a website, don't know how to create content, don't know how to schedule, don't know automation, there's programs like Durable or B12, right? So Durable, you create a website in 30 seconds. You could be online by the end of the week. You could have 50 blogs that they write in there, right? Or Content at Scale, plug.
Better choice.
Great choice. So you could create a website immediately, be up, have lead forms, all those things, then do the webinar, then capture the lead. Now you're building your database. And that's for somebody who, let's say you started a business today, you could be online tomorrow, but it's all AI driven. It's not going to be the most beautiful website in the world, but I'll tell you right now, you'll be online and you'll start to grow.
Good. That's really good.
I love how we're talking about like what's working right now. I think that's such an important point because it's easy to look ahead almost too much. But if we're in AI, we actually need to look at what's working right now. And I can tell you the company I work at, Content at Scale, built one of the first AI detectors about little over a year ago. And so when I joined, the keyword undetectable AI content detector and all of its variations, a little over a year ago was like not a thing. Do you know how many searches it's getting per month right now? 4 million. Did I hold up 4 fingers? I'm telling you, it's like I'm drunk. I'm just hot and sweaty. That was 4 fingers. 4 million searches a month. This was a keyword that no one was looking up over a year ago because they didn't need an AI detector. They didn't need to check their essays, check their content. Does this seem like a robot wrote it? So look at the trends you can capitalize on right now. Keyword search volume is a great way to find trends for products, for marketing angles, for content you can rank for. You can use Content at Scale to generate that content, rank for it, capitalize on that traffic, make money.
So your AI content detector page, back even a couple months ago, it was still a couple 2 million, it was growing. And for example, in the very beginning, it was almost purely free. So then what you do when you find a page like that, you're able to include a call to action to like now pull them into the funnel, and that's what you guys did.
Great point.
So like
Yes.
it was working so well free, but including that call to action to actually get them to that sale point worked really well.
And that's like to your point, it feels like a free money generator because it's getting customers on autopilot every day. And the whole page and that tool idea is not mine. I got to give it credit to Justin, wherever the hell he is. I'm just kidding.
But
That was all his
this
idea.
goes back to exactly what we were talking about, how you created a tool with AI that does something.
Not me, Justin.
Okay. Content at Scale created a tool that does something. All right, Justin.
Correct.
And that goes back to it. It actually made me think of something really funny that some of these guys in the audience who knows me is going to laugh at. So right before Black Friday, I was thinking about how are we going to promote this Black Friday deal? So one of the bonuses that we came up with in there, Samuel had this idea to run a survey to my audience. So we sent out like 5,000 emails. We got like 2,000 people that completed the survey, like what the challenges were in their business stuff. Pretty good. And we asked them, like, if there's one thing that we could put in the program, what would it be? And somebody was like, well, I want most of it, the majority was, I want a viral post generator, right? So that's why I named it the viral post generator. And what I did was, we actually sent an email back out to people, and in my own social media post, I created a custom GPT called the viral post generator. And I said, hey guys, I'm testing out one of the bonuses that I'm going to include in my Black Friday special. It was like 4 days before Black Friday. I said, I'm going to give you guys free access to it to try it out. So I gave everybody the custom GPT. This is a real savage thing. You guys can do this right now, okay?
It's savage.
This is very savage. I literally got, I think there was, at the end of it, it was like 860 people got addicted to that viral post generator. They were using it every day. You know, you can see when you share a custom GPT, you can see how many chats are open with it. There was like 800, and the next day it was like 1,200. Then it was like thousands of people using this viral custom GPT. Here's something pretty savage and almost borderline unethical.
Uh-oh.
The day of Black Friday, I went into the custom GPT and I edited it.
Oh.
I edited
Chef.
the custom GPT, and instead of it actually doing what it's supposed to do, it said, "Hey, the testing period for the viral social post media generator has ended. If you'd like to purchase this in our Black Friday deal, click here." And I inserted a link to the Black Friday deal. So
That's
yeah,
pretty
that Black
savage.
Friday deal made
Pretty
over $100,000.
Woo!
So there's a way
Amazing
you
work,
can
Jeff.
use a custom GPT to make money. Give it away for
My
free, and then
goodness.
just like what Content at Scale did, put a paywall.
Exactly, exactly. Well, we're going to wrap up. Short break before we do our change of plans. We're having the first recording of our new podcast, Humanity Unchained. That's at 5:30. So before we go into the short break, before then, where you are encouraged to keep drinking at the bar, Jeff's signature cocktails available, plus other speakers. Let's go into final thoughts on how to win clients, whether it's using AI or maybe it's something scrappy you've done. We'll start over there. Not here. Just kidding.
He wants
you,
to end
Alex.
it. You're so good, dude. You're so good.
Last but not least.
So final thoughts on finding clients.
Yes, like how do we win clients?
So if you're already an existing business and you have a unique skill, a unique service, you've been doing it 15, 20 years, you know your shit, but you know it, right? If you really, really think about it, creating that GPT tailored around your customers' pain points, the demographic you're targeting, the potential interest in your solution, if you just open your ChatGPT and talk to it and ramble, just like brain dump, they said that earlier, just brain dump it in there and say, you know, these are what I think their pain points are. How can you tailor my solutions for them? That could get you very far, very quickly, especially if you're still in the experimentation mode.
Love it. Good stuff. Chris.
Jeff. Yeah, at the end of the day, yeah, we're talking a lot about AI. At the end of the day, we're all in the people business, and it's important to remember that. And all of these things like the AI detector, you know, the GPTs you've built, you're providing real value to people. And that is what is important, is always asking yourself the question, am I providing something of value? Is this actually helping people? How's it helping people? So just making sure you're asking yourself the right questions when you're building out your marketing strategy, your GPT, whatever you're going to give away or charge for. Does it provide value? Because that is the most important thing. And if it does, it's guaranteed to make you money. I've never provided value and not made money. It's just not, that's how money works. Money is attracted to value. So, you know, not just building different marketing techniques or building GPTs, but also training your team on how to build value and making sure that your whole team knows how to build GPTs, knows how to use AI, so that when they're talking to clients or when they're talking to even their friends or potential clients, people can see that your company built on providing value for other people, and that's going to sell all day.
So we're still selling to humans.
Absolutely. I mean, until we're selling to robots, I mean, if someone's giving the purchase decision to a robot, I don't know. I don't think we're there yet. I'm not there yet, at least.
Awesome, Chris. Over to you, Stephanie.
All right, so I would say the most important thing you guys can do right now is take action. Do something and silence that negative talk in your head that says, but I'm not an expert. I don't know enough, right? Because here's the bottom line. You can become an expert in AI very quickly because it's such a young field, if you want to say at this point, right? So honestly, I'm a big believer in when they zig, you zag, right? So maybe don't try and be an expert in ChatGPT because everyone and their brother is doing that right now. What can you become an expert in other than ChatGPT? Okay, what is something that you're just personally interested in? You know, you talked about doing videos, teaching people how to do video with AI, right? We talk about all kinds of things in our company. And here is the biggest takeaway I have for you guys. 15 months ago, I did not know anything about this. I had played a little bit with it over the last few years. You know, just I think I heard about it at Traffic and Conversion for the first time. And I went home and I played with it and I turned my nose up at it and I said, this is stupid and garbage and I hate it, right? 15 months ago, I really would say I was a total and complete rookie with all of this. And then I just made a decision. I'm like, you know what? Well, I don't even know. I'll tell you honest, I don't even know if I made the decision. The marketplace made the decision for me because it was very clear that things were dramatically changing and it was happening very, very quickly. So it was either get on the train and get on the train early or miss the train, right? So my encouragement to you guys is to do this. Proof in the pudding of how powerful action is. I literally just had a call with my team before coming up on the stage here. And I said, where are we at with our numbers? You're going to die when you hear this, okay? I said, where are we at with our numbers? Where are we going to close at the end of March? Looking at the past 12 months. You want to know what they said? $500,000 in added revenue to my agency just from integrating AI into our services. You guys, you can have it too. You guys can have it too, right? An extra $500,000, it didn't really hurt anybody, right? So, and you can learn it too. So there you go. Go get it. Go get your money.
So much inspiration. Thank you, Stephanie.
I love what she just said about taking action. I think that's what I was going to say. But I had to improv something else, right? Because I don't want to double. Everybody in here is doing something a little bit different. You have different profit margins, and you have different funnels that bring people into your programs. So it's going to be unlikely that you're going to find a copy and paste solution from this panel on what you need to do next. So I think that my walking away advice is be disruptive. You know, the way that things have worked for you may not be the way that they work in the future. Be willing to unstructure your offers. Be willing to look at smaller price points to get people in. Like offer bumps, right? If you got a $99 product, try to do a $7 product that get people, so they got buyers on your list, and then upsell them once they come into the. Be willing to be disruptive to your own company to find what's going to work next so that the future of your business is solidified. The right now is going to change, right? So look at what you can do to add revenue to the bottom line now, and don't be afraid to look outside of what's currently earned money for you before. Like, get creative, get disruptive.
Jeff. Good stuff, Owen.
I had my notes planned here. She ruined it all.
Stephanie, you ruined it.
You guys don't know this, but less than a year ago, she came to me. She wanted to come in my program. I don't have makeup on, so I'm good. Less than a year ago, she came to me, and she wanted to get in my program. And she was so broke, she asked me if she could do a split pay. Anybody who knows me knows I hate taking payments. Just pay me. And I took that chance on her. And I said, yeah, we can split it up. And I knew she was going to be special. I didn't know 500,000 special. But I remember her messaging me 23 days later and saying, how can I pay you the other half? She had only been $10,000. So for her to say that to me is really special. So anyway, I just want to give that to her because
I got to say something about that. You guys, both of these amazing people. Julia, and you're amazing too. No, I don't want to. No, you're
wasn't
also
expecting to
amazing.
cry on stage
Everybody's
today, that's for
amazing
damn
up
sure.
here, right? But Julia with Content at Scale and Jeff with the Certified AI Persona program. I mean, these two people are absolute game changers, right? And I think the marketing world is filled with a lot of talk, a lot of people who talk a big game, who aren't authentic, aren't real people, aren't really invested in your success. They're different. They're the real deal. You guys, when they say something, listen to them, right? And honestly, like Jeff's program and Julia, both of these people, you guys don't even know I'm going to say this, okay? These two changed my life. He's not kidding. A year ago, we were in a horrible place. Horrible, horrible place. And so much can happen so quickly because of his program. And Julia totally took a chance on my random Facebook message to her as a complete stranger and said, oh yeah, let's talk. And we talked, one thing led to another. She gave me a gig that she couldn't do. It blew doors open in a massive way. So these guys are the real deal. That's my message to you.
All right, I'm good. I got practical advice.
Well,
right.
our topic was winning clients. Wow.
Winning clients.
What a way to close.
First off, it mind boggles me. South by Southwest has been going on. And, Sabrina right there in the green dress, she invited us to come out to the Houston House party. That was the first night that we were here. We came a day early to hang out.
I was not invited.
I'm sorry. Only the cool kids. Oh.
She looks
You were
sorry.
invited to the house, though. You came, so you're a cool kid.
I invited myself.
Yeah. So, I get a message from her. She's like, hey, where is this house you guys are at? And she shows up.
We show up and
Yeah,
no one's there.
you and
We're
Jeff.
knocking,
Yeah.
calling.
So what's really interesting is that we were there, and I really wanted to find out what people were doing. Like, I'm genuinely curious what people are building. And there was a woman there. I'm not going to say her name, but she was a founder of a I don't know. Because I asked her, and there were a couple people here in that group where we were trying to have a conversation. I think Jay was one of them, and we were just asking her, like, oh, so what does your platform do? This and that. Who do you serve? What you're talking about? She didn't know anything. So use AI to understand who your target audience is, okay? Rule number one of selling to people is don't sell to broke people. All right, that's the first rule. The second rule is know your target audience. You should know their fears, their desires. You should know what problems they really face. These are real problems that people face. And before you understand their fears and their desires, you're never going to be able to sell a product that they actually want, which gets me to the next one. Create a good product that actually solves the problems, okay? You want to add value to them, and something that I wish I would have learned years ago, and I would have been a lot more rich than I am now, is to focus on the lifetime value of your clients. Like, you should think about you should think about how you can really help them, and then think about how you can help them more, right? So always be thinking about ways that you can help them. See, people are like, well, lifetime value is not about squeezing the most money out of you and pulling the most money. It's about adding the most value to somebody. So that's what I wish I would have done. I only had one product to sell. Something that also is really weird now that I am in the speaking circuit and stuff. I'm never speaking at this again, by the way. This is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm going to cry.
Oh,
If
okay.
you're going to make me cry on stage, I'm not going to come back, okay?
I didn't make you cry.
Okay, everybody, I made myself cry. I got to overcome that. But, the thing that's really crazy is that I've found that I was not charging enough. You guys feel me? Anybody? Everybody feel, yeah? Okay. Like, I found out that, I wasn't charging enough. And then I also found out that I was charging too much at the same time. I only had one product. It was $1,500. I never had a $37. I never had a $97. I didn't have a $500. I didn't have $1,000. I didn't have a $3,000. I didn't have a $35,000 or a $6,000. And then what you find out is there's actually people that get upset with you because you don't have anything else for them to buy. And I'm not kidding. That was the major realization that I had a couple years ago, is that there's people that want to invest in you, and they know that you can help them, and they wish that you would offer them something else. So that's what I would say as far as clients is focus on the relationship, adding value, and making sure that you can actually add more value to them over time. Don't take their money, give them something, and throw them away.
Amazing, amazing. I just want to piggyback on something Stephanie said that brought back to memory a really good memory from last year. You said you've heard it said you can either miss the train completely or get on. So I was invited to give my first keynote last year by somebody that basically kind of started blogging in conference circles. His name is Rick Calvert. You might not know him, or you might. And he said he needed somebody to kind of scare people into embracing AI, and he thought I was the one. Okay, so that's how I got my first keynote. But anyway, we were there, and he made the point. He said, it's not that you're missing a train and you're getting left behind. It's that you either get on this train or you will be hit and run over by it. And that was how he ended the entire conference after I gave the keynote. So I don't think I scared them. I think Rick did. I don't know what he hired me to do. But that's where I want to end this. Like, it's so critical that we know what we're doing with AI and we adapt. And I think something else you were saying, and beautiful message you were sharing, is, look to the people that have our best interests at heart. Like, we all really care about the things we're saying. We're not just saying stuff to get money afterwards and sell a crown. We're actually saying stuff because we really care about helping the people in this room. You committed to coming here and showing up, and we care about helping you adapt to this new future. And our advice may look completely different in 3 months. And that's okay, because we're learning too. But with that, that is our last panel. So give yourself a round of applause.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for being a part of Content Hacker Live. We'll come back at 5:30 for the first episode of Humanity Unchained. So stick around.